Hello and welcome to the Michael Jacobs Moment. This is a podcast that has almost nothing to do with Boy Meets World. My name is Taylor Johnson. I am joined by my wife, Julia Valtieri.
Hey.
And Scott Bigos, who promised his cousin that we would record another episode. So here we are.
I actually promised him we would record 500 more episodes. So,
Well, we only have George signed on for 254 more, I think. I'll have to check his contract.
If you guys do another episode without me, I'm gonna kill myself.
oh, geez. Let's lighten the mood. Back by popular demand, it's our favorite segment, Small Talk, where we make small talk. Today's topic, the new year.
How was everybody's New Year? I made a White Russian at 4 a.m. and accidentally topped it off with cumin instead of nutmeg.
I don't know what cumin or nutmeg are, if I'm being
Oh
honest.
my god.
Well, this will help our listeners too. Cumin is for like curry powder. It's like Indian food.
I don't really know what curry is either.
Well, you would know what both of those were, Scott, if you tasted them.
Yeah, nutmeg is like a dessert top, like cinnamon or something like that.
All right.
Scott is not cultured enough for that joke.
No.
All right, let's dive into today's moment. This one comes from season 1, episode 4.
Hey, Sean. Before your mother got married, what was her name again?
Cordini.
Cordini. So that would make you a WAP, right?
What did you call me?
You heard what I called you.
Oh.
Did you hear what he called me?
I heard what he called you.
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
He's the teacher. What are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna knock his head off.
What if you couldn't? What if you couldn't do anything about it?
What?
What if you lived in a country where I could kill you just because of your mom's last name?
Corey, what are you talking about?
A little girl is dead.
I love that. Once it got to the part where I realized it was the Corey, what are you talking about part, I just started laughing.
That's about Anne Frank.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
It's so ridiculous because Feeney should not be allowing this to continue.
No,
like,
no.
what if Sean actually did just punch Corey right there? He's lucky that Sean just suddenly stopped and was like, wait, what?
I mean, as soon as he said WAP in real life, it would be like, okay.
Right.
That's enough.
I think that Sean's reaction is a little bit too violent. Like, he doesn't identify as Italian in the whole show, and suddenly his mom is Italian and he gets
Yeah.
really offended at the word WAP. What?
All right, let's clear the air.
Let's clear the air. Let's clear the air.
So we were brainstorming Taco Bell menu items on our last episode, and George said something that I pretended to know what he was talking about at the time, but I had no idea what he's talking about.
I do that so often.
With me specifically?
Always with only you.
No, all
Yeah.
the time. Except
wow.
when it comes to cumin and nutmeg. Then I'm very open about how much I don't understand.
All right, let's take a listen.
Okay, so it's different. It's different.
It's beef stuffed with cheese.
So it's a Mexican meatball.
Wait. So it's just a ball of meat, like a meatball that you
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's cooked.
Ew.
It might be raw.
It came
Oh,
from the
shit.
meat tube.
It's like one of those cannibal sandwiches.
Yeah. I thought it was so funny at the time, but I don't know what is a cannibal sandwich?
So a cannibal sandwich is something that I learned about this year because it, went viral for some reason. It's
It
a
went
tradition.
viral, and
Yeah.
none of us have heard about
Well,
it.
that's because you guys are fucking charlatans. I don't know what the hell do you want me to do about it. You don't listen to the news and shit. So cannibal sandwich is a tradition in the upper Midwest, and it's basically fresh ground beef, raw with some onions on top and I guess some sort of drizzle of something. But
Ew.
there was like a lot of news articles this year about how it was like the health department is telling people not to eat the cannibal sandwich, and I was like, I don't think the health department needs to know that people. If there's a person eating a cannibal sandwich that doesn't know there's a risk.
Do they also
then
know
it's-
what the word cannibal means?
Yeah, I mean the name itself implies there's danger.
That doesn't work.
Yeah,
No.
it's just to imply that it's fucking savage.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the latest thing?
Did you hear about the latest thing?
What's going on?
Julia emailed us. I have one. Should it be a surprise? Let's see if she remembers what the hell she was talking about.
I don't.
Great. Let's brainstorm.
Brainstorm. Brainstorm. Brainstorm.
So Julie and I were watching Gangs of New York a couple weeks ago. I'm going to play a scene. They had a scene in the intro where all the gangs come out and introduce themselves. So let's take a listen.
Is this it, priest? The Pope's new army? A few crusty bitches and a handful of ragtags?
I know, Bill. You swore this was a battle between warriors, not a bunch of Miss Nancys. So warriors is what I brought.
All right, so it got me thinking. We did band names last time, so why don't we do gang names this time? And I have 3 here if you want me to start. The first one is the Razor Boys. And this is a bunch of middle school boys that ride around on their scooters and do tail whips to try and intimidate the other kids.
And they try to hit kids in the shin.
They don't do crimes?
No, they just do tail whips on scooters.
Okay.
Did you guys have one?
I had one.
I had a knockoff.
Yeah, me too. I had
I
a
was
laser.
knockoff boy. A laser? You're a laser girl?
I had a laser.
Wow, that's really pathetic.
I got a Razor scooter the season it came out at the Toys R Us store in.
Holy shit!
Dang,
Did you have to wait
you're a
in
hype
line?
beast.
Yeah, dude, my I was wearing a matching green outfit when I was riding around. I was riding around fucking Central Park and shit. People were like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's a Razor scooter."
Julia had a laser scooter and she didn't have AOL, so we're really painting a
Yeah.
picture here.
My second one is the Baster Boys. Or no, they're not all boys.
Okay.
My second one is the Baster Bros.
Okay.
The initiation to get into this gang is to do you fill up a turkey baster with whiskey and shoot it up your butt.
Ooh. And any gender can.
I don't
join.
really know what they just drive around after that, but that's how you get into the gang.
That's how you know you're
Get
committed.
drunk. Yeah, you would get drunk.
Right up
doing
the
that.
ass.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think isn't that called boofing?
Even faster. Oh my god.
Boofing.
Anyway,
We'll clear the air on that one sometime. And my last one is Dr. Oz and the Superhumans.
Okay.
And this is Dr. Oz after he kind of lets loose and goes crazy as he gets older. And he creates a bunch of superhuman mutants with his experiments.
All right.
It's more of an evil villain than a gang, but...
All right, I'm going to go. I got the Graduates, and they wear, like, graduation caps and gowns, and they throw their caps like Frisbee ninja stars. That's their special ability.
Okay.
And then I have the California Mimes, and they're like mimes, and their special ability is no matter how much you torture them, they're never going to talk. They're never going to give anyone up, you know?
Why are they called the California Mimes?
Because California Dime is like a thing, so I just wanted to rhyme it.
whoa.
What's
I
a
don't know what that
California
is.
dime?
Yeah, I know.
That's
what
like a really
California-
hot girl from California.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Yeah, I know what a dime is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
never
I
heard.
know what a dime is.
Oh, there's a popular song that says like a California dime. It's
Okay,
that's
okay.
just where I know it.
Maybe out of context, I just didn't.
Yeah.
Roy Orbison.
I just think it sounds good too.
Yeah.
And then my last one is the Ku Klux Clowns, and
That's-
they have no affiliation with the KKK.
Good.
they just like the name.
Yeah, they just like the name, and they're a bunch of clowns, and their special ability is that the entire gang fits inside of one tiny car.
But okay, so
Aw.
but why Ku Klux?
Oh, I don't know.
It's got a ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Ku Klux Clowns.
I bet you that gang has a lot of PR issues.
I don't know. I don't know what Ku Klux means, and I don't want to research it because I'm afraid I'm going to be put on a list.
Yeah, that's how I feel when you research anything weird.
That's why you got to get a VPN. That's why we're proud to be sponsored by NordVPN. We're not sponsored.
VPNs are easy and fun and cool and give us money.
Do you want to look up how to make a bomb?
Do you want to finally know what Ku Klux means?
Last week we had the band names, and I liked the band, so I did the gang, and then we also had the band, so I did the gang. So those are 2.
2 in the bag.
Wow.
That's 2, but I have 4. But
I
that
like it.
counts
It's
as
efficient.
1.
Good thing you didn't phone it in on the New Year or anything.
Hold on, I have
I'm
another
just
2.
kidding. It's nice.
The other one is more of like 20s gangsters, and their name is the Hearseas.
I like it.
Then the other ones are the Rootin' Tootin' Don't Come a Shootins. And I don't really know what they
Give me
Yeah,
the
that's just
backstory.
a nice name. They don't.
I
they-
think it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
honestly.
All right,
So
George.
I got my 3 here. My first ones are the Suck and Fuck Boys, and they're a gang of adult young men that like extort people with sex. So they'll have sex with you, and then they'll gang up around you and like extort you for money because they'll be like, "Oh no, I'm a pimp" or whatever.
Okay.
Shit.
And then I have and they'll suck and fuck. They'll suck you, and then they'll fuck you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
They'll financially fuck you.
Yeah. And then the other one is
Wait. When you have sex with them, you don't think you're under obligation to pay, but then they're like, actually, you have to pay me.
Yeah. They drop subtle hints, so when you go back and think about it, you're like, oh shit, I should have the whole time.
Yeah.
I should have known that I was in the presence of the suck and fuck boys.
Oh, I got sucking fucked.
At the whole time, you're just so chuffed to be part of the thing
Yeah.
that you're just like, whatever, I'm paying, and then you just have a laugh about it.
Okay.
And then the next one is the Green Plums, and I just liked it because plums are not green, so people would be like, what?
Nice.
And then my next one's OG Henchworth, and it's a gang of rentable henchmen. So if you need henchmen, just call OG Henchworth to get henchmen now.
877.
Henchmen.
It's more like a business model than a gang. That goes beautifully into new inventions, but I don't have a segue for it.
New inventions. Send us money. New inventions. Send us money.
So we have a new invention for you today. It's 2 dicks and 1 ball. George and I actually came up with this invention together. Let's take a listen. We put together a commercial. Have you ever dared to dream about finally having 2 dicks and only 1 ball? Now you can with our innovation. Fuck. It's not going anywhere.
Is that as far as you thought it through right there?
No. Now you can. With our innovative new solution for 1 dick syndrome. Would you guys invest?
That's as far as you thought it
That
through.
was
Okay.
it? Oh, okay.
You had that one more line there.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
It's beautiful.
It's the balls at the top, and then the 2 dicks hang from the bottom.
Does someone remove the ball?
George is the engineer here. I'm more the marketing guy.
You have to twist the skin, and then you
Ugh.
pop part of your
Nope.
skin out.
I think we should leave these details out if we're looking for investments, honestly.
Does it affect your ability to procreate?
No, you can now impregnate twice the amount of people.
Yeah, the ball is
Yeah.
big.
It affects it in a positive way.
Okay.
Big
It's a big ball. The dicks are a little small.
Oh, so it's the same.
The two
actually.
dicks are a little small, but the ball is huge. Don't worry.
There's plenty of room in the ball. I don't know why you're even asking about it.
George had an idea that had to do with golf. I think that's related, actually. What was that?
Yeah. So I thought of the Golf Member Pro. So this is a golf device, and it attaches to your erect penis, so you can actually use your wiener as the golf club. And then we would also sell, like, you don't want to, like, say you're out in the golf course and your wiener's out, right? So you don't want to, like, show everyone you have a small wiener. We also have an attachment to make your wiener look bigger. So you insert your wiener into the wiener, and then you put that into the golf, which would also double as the woman's attachment, I guess.
What's the situation where you would be taking your penis out on the golf course?
Julia, I'm right there with you. I'm just not seeing the situation here.
Okay, so imagine like you're on a business meeting type golf, and everyone's just using the regular old golf clubs.
Oh my god!
You turn around, you unzip your pants, and everyone's like, "What's Ted doing?" You get your golf club, you snap it on, and then you just walk up to the golf club with your back turned to them, right? And then you turn to the side and just fucking whip it 1,000 yards.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then you close the deal.
Well, immediately, you don't even have to close it. Everyone's just immediately giving you money.
Yeah. Julie, I think did you
Yeah,
have an invention
mine
as well?
Oh yeah, I have one. Sorry. It's an app. So it's like LinkedIn for dating. It's called LinkedIn. And it's just like LinkedIn for dating, like I said. So you list your exes and everything you've ever done with them in the description, and that way you can avoid the conversation with your partner when you start dating someone. You just show them your LinkedIn profile, and you can also add your current partners. So, you know, when you're not looking, it's still up there. And when you are looking, you can also date on it, but you have all your partners listed.
This is exclusively so you can find out who they've been with and what they've done with them?
Yeah. So that way you don't have to have, you don't have to have that conversation. It's listed on their LinkedIn profile.
Are you guys
And-
having these conversations?
Who and what hole, right?
Do you guys know what LinkedIn is?
Yeah, but I want to
So-
know what LinkedIn is.
LinkedIn is my name, my profile, and it has, for example, Bob, 1992 to 1994.
Right.
And then it says it says engaged in oral sex.
Oh my God, you gave Bob a blowjob when you were 2 years old?
I didn't know that.
You
If
know.
only she had a LinkedIn profile.
Have you guys talk about who and what you did, like what hole? Is that what we're talking
Yeah, I
about?
mean, it's
here?
come up.
Huh.
You guys don't talk about what you did with
I
your
mean, I've
exes,
just-
with your current partners?
We'd never
Really?
like,
Wow.
I mean, you talk about like your exes in
Yeah.
some extent, and you talk about to figure out what your partner is into sexually. I don't ask specifically like, oh, did you do this with this person or this with this person? I think this would not work at all. Here's the problem. Every girl on it is gonna lie to make it seem like they've had sex with less people or whatever, and guys will do the same thing. Everyone's just gonna try to make themselves look good. And
So
this is,
you're saying that the guys would have fake connections, and the girls would.
I mean,
remove
no, it'd be the same for
connections.
both. Like if there was a guy who was like a total fuckboy, who's just banging
Mm.
a bunch of women, he's not gonna put that on his LinkedIn profile.
Oh, yeah.
It would be just like LinkedIn, though. People buff up their resumes.
People lie. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just a
right.
matter of how you want to present yourself as a dating candidate.
Right.
You can lie on it, it's fine, but some people will do it honestly, and they'll reap
Well,
the
as a member of
benefits.
the dating world, I would not check somebody's LinkedIn because I wouldn't trust it.
Damn. But would you invest?
Yes, but I'll invest millions.
Okay, thank you.
Does it indicate how many dicks and how many balls the person has?
Now that is a good question, but I think we got to rank stuff right now.
Ranking stuff, we bout to make a list. What's first, what's last? We bound to make you pissed, cause we ranking stuff. Yeah, we ranking stuff.
Speaking about new inventions, Sleepy Baggins, the sleeping bag that is also your new best friend, that was a popular subject on our last episode, mostly because of litigation efforts from our longtime listener, Paul Gorell. But we decided to worry about that cease and desist letter later.
So we are each giving 3 ideas that we consider our top 3 for characters that we would like to sleep in as part of some sort of Sleepy Baggins type promotion. A sleeping bag that is also a character.
Make sure your answer has no affiliation to Disney or Disney Plus, please.
Well, now who knows? Because the Kardashians are involved in Disney. Okay, go ahead.
Fuck. Number 1. I'm changing mine. Number 1 is no longer Kim Kardashian. Number 1 is Andre the Giant.
Oh,
Okay.
good. That's,
Oversized sleeping bag, very
Yeah.
warm. You could put like
It's hairy.
down in there. Yeah, put some hair on the outside to pet while you're trying to sleep. Also, I thought it'd be cute to have different outfits, so you could have like a
Aw.
Princess Diaries outfit or like a classic
Ah.
wrestler singlet.
Princess Diaries.
You guys know the Princess
Oh, yeah,
Diaries?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's my number 1 idea. Number 2, one of my favorite movies of all time, Kangaroo Jack. Just because it would already work with a pouch.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
And it's just, although I think it would have to be like a re-release of the movie, like a reboot, because people don't really know Kangaroo Jack now. So, And then my last one is inspired by Savannah, is Kiefer Sutherland. So he comes with the whole inner bag is a water membrane, so you can put booze in there and you can drink while you're sleeping inside Kiefer Sutherland.
Is he an alcoholic or something? Is that?
Yeah, he's a big boozer. There's a good video of him
Oh.
jumping into a Christmas tree.
Oh shit.
Okay. Julia, you say yours.
Okay. Limited edition intestine comes only in 2 sizes, small and large. And then
This is
And
just
then-
an intestine?
yeah, it's like you know.
So you could be the poop.
Yeah, you are the poop. I was gonna add a smell element, but that wouldn't be really pleasant, so I took that out.
At least you don't have to worry about licensing.
Yeah, I don't think You Are the Poop is taken.
I hope nobody owns the rights to poop.
My other one is Hannibal Lecter, just
Ah.
because it makes for a hyper realistic situation. I'm a big fan of hyper realism.
Right. So the sleeping bag is in the shape of Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, and you are inside of him.
So you
'cause-
put your legs into like his legs and your arms into his arms. It's basically like a big costume, right?
I was thinking okay, yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my head around sleeping inside a human because that's kind of like the main idea here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
It's like a big onesie pajama.
Yeah, right.
Shouldn't it be the person that Hannibal Lecter put on himself, though?
Yes.
That'd
No,
be-
that was Buffalo Bill.
That Buffalo Bill, yeah. It puts the
Mm.
lotion on its skin.
It's not a skinning situation, it's an eating situation. Hannibal's eating you.
Right.
Oh,
Duh.
okay. Well, people wear people's skin in that movie too. So
I know, it's a lot of yeah.
I'm going to go. Mine's way different. So I was thinking about Sleepy Baggins as a brand and how, we want to stay away from Disney products and things. So I was like, Sleepy Baggins, that's its own brand. So my first thought was Baggy the Bag. And this is a sleeping bag with googly eyes on it. Just the simplest possible thing. And I thought, well, his name could be Sleepy Baggins, right? So that's Sleepy Baggins. And he's a sleeping bag with googly eyes on it.
Okay.
And he's the title character of the Sleepy Baggins cartoon. And Sleepy Baggins takes you on adventures into the dream world. And in the dream world, you meet other friends like Cloudy the Cloud, a cloud that you sleep in, and Sleepy
Aw.
Baggins' dad, Betty the Bed. Because at the end of the day, I just actually want to sleep in a bed and not do any of
Is
this.
it his sleeping bags shaped like a bed?
No, it's just a bed with googly eyes.
all right, I'll do mine. I would sleep inside of Frank Lloyd Wright because his body's probably really ergonomically designed for comfort.
Oh.
Is that the Back to the Future guy?
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
What?
Okay.
No.
He's an organic architecture guy.
Okay.
He's a big mid-century modern.
Oh, I'm thinking of Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I would sleep in him too. All right, I rank them all number one.
We
I love it.
propose to develop alternate liquid and solid fuel boosters.
Did you know that 9/11 actually happened on the moon?
Beep boop beep. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but there's a conspiracy that there's a weather machine controlling the weather. I think it's just in the U.S., not the world. We can only control our own weather. But what I learned did you guys know that first?
I mean, that's the
wondering.
kind of thing that I feel like I don't need to be told. I would just assume that there's a conspiracy about that.
Okay. Well, when I actually did the research, I learned that there's an actual research facility that people think is under wraps. Actually, it's a covert.
You're talking about HARP?
Yeah, I didn't know about this.
HARP.
So HARP is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, and they study the ionosphere, which is the layer between our atmosphere and uninhabitable space, is my Reader's Digest version. And people seem to think this is, hiding in plain sight, the weather machine. It's in Alaska.
People think it controls minds too.
Why would it let them think that?
But it's also like that place, the Harper Ray. It's no longer like a government facility; it's privately owned. So like people can like rent it out, and they get so many like people calling in and like death threats and shit. They like have open houses so people could come in and like go see the Harper Ray if you want
What is
to.
the Harper Ray? Because I'm only.
It's just an array of like satellites that beam charged particles into the ionosphere. I just call it that because that's what I heard. It's just HARP. Imagine that they could control the weather, but it had like pretty bad outcomes. So they only do it like when it's really necessary.
Okay, I like that.
Like war, you know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, we got to stop the Viet Cong from.
So let's have a hurricane.
Or there's like a secret supervillain who's held up in like a city, and they need to clear the city to like do this operation to
There it is.
extract the supervillain. So they have a hurricane come in to make everybody scatter, and then in the eye of the hurricane, that's their time to strike, and that's when they attack the villain.
No, I agree.
Good. Let's move on.
The names have been changed. The names have been changed. It's dating advice and personal stories. The names have been changed. The names have been changed.
Okay, so I want to talk about opening messages on Tinder, specifically the one that was given to me by our Mexican sex expert. And if we could just play the clip of the advice that our Mexican sex expert gave me real quick.
Yeah, what is your go-to? Do you
I don't
use
ha-
it on
you-
multiple
You might say
people?
something like, hey, if you fall into a butthole, it's fine, according to God.
That actually would be a very good opener on Tinder.
Yeah.
I think that would work.
Yeah, I've used that a couple times.
I'm going to try that, and I'll report back
Well,
next
this is
week.
why we have experts.
Okay, so I am reporting back. I sent that opening message. A, if you fall into a butthole, it's okay according to God.
This is true, by the way. We saw proof.
I sent it to 3 different people, and 2 of them didn't respond, but one of them unmatched me. So it did not work. And I kind of want to get the Mexican sex expert on the line. And
Yeah. Maybe
if
you
we
said
could
it
call-
wrong.
If we could call him up real quick.
Hello. Oh, I'm answering before the ring. It was quick.
You got a weird phone. You can answer before you pick up.
It's got a preemptive ring.
Okay.
It's like, hello, the phone's about to ring, and then that way I surprise you, and you don't get.
Well,
Yes.
welcome.
Yeah,
How you
what's the
doing?
deal? I'm sure you're listening in to our live podcast.
I'm listening to live. I got the live feed here, listening in my truck.
Yeah, how come
Oh,
the
that one.
message didn't work? What's the deal?
I'm thinking maybe it's your profile picture. Do you have? Can you see? You say they say women look at first they look at your eyes and then they look at your shoes. Can you see your shoes in the photo?
Is that true, Julia?
Yeah, I do that.
Oh my God!
That's
Wait,
fine.
I'm gonna check right now. I have Tinder open and my shoes are in none of the photos.
Oh, God. Well, there you go.
There it is.
That's
have
a
you ever?
problem.
Have you ever? You've been on dates without shoes in your pictures? That's a miracle.
Yeah.
Have you worn shoes on the dates?
I always say bring 2 or 3 pairs of shoes every date just in case. I always have a backpack with me and I'm ready
And
to
do you
switch out.
change based on their reaction? Like, can you see it in their faces?
Yes, if I don't get a good reaction, I just sneak to the nearest porta potty or public restroom and I switch my shoes and then I just pretend like nothing happened.
And then you come out and she's like, "Did you just change your shoes?"
and I said, "Excuse me, what are you talking about?"
Right.
And then we just continue on to our
So
date.
gaslighting your date is also effective.
Mhm.
I actually wanted to tell you guys some of the other first messages I've been sending and
Yeah.
how it's been working out. So, this girl, she was wearing roller skates and she had a cat in one of her photos. I said, "Cool roller skates and kitten. I got a remote-controlled cat toy for Christmas that zooms around the house with a feather on it. It's the future of cat toys." And she
Man.
did not respond to that.
Oh.
So then the next day I sent her, "Have you ever done acid?" and then she liked the first message and responded to the first message after that and then said, "And yes."
You were too eager.
You hooked her with the acid and then she had to go back and like the other one. Like she had to pretend like she just saw it.
Exactly.
Did we lose our Mexican sex expert on the line?
No, I'm still here. There's 2 people here. I don't know.
Oh. I'm sorry. I just thought he would have something to say, but no, I'm sorry.
Well, what George said was so good, I felt like I didn't have to say anything.
No, you're right.
Which George?
Yeah, it's confusing because we're also both named George.
It's rare that you can save a message like that with another message the next day. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
weird.
usually if you don't get it, you usually don't even want to send a second message. You just
Yeah.
don't. You just
Yeah,
don't.
you're brave. I wouldn't have.
Can you imagine applying this to like in-person flirting? That's your pickup line. Have you ever done acid?
She wouldn't have ignored the first message. That's the thing. In real life, you get to say at least like a few things to each other. That's
Yeah.
like the advantage of real life.
You go to a bar, you see someone, and you say something, they don't say nothing back, and then you go to the next day, you see the same person, you have another shot.
Right.
And then you
And
know
you
that
say,
that is a
"Hey."
townie drunk.
Have you ever done acid?
I'm gonna say one more.
Okay.
So in this girl's profile, she had what computer game defined your childhood? So I messaged her Roller Coaster Tycoon, obviously, and then she did not respond. So then the next day, I sent her, "What's your childhood trauma?"
Oh my god.
And then right under that, I put, "I tried to ride a big wheeler around a cul-de-sac with my eyes closed when I was 5. Went right under a parked bus and cracked my head open. Needed 5 stitches." And she did not respond to that.
Oh.
Oh, that one didn't work.
That one did not work, no.
It just sounds exhausting to have to come up with all these quips all the time.
It definitely is. I'm exhausted. Let's move on.
I saw a guy. Let me tell you about this guy I saw.
So, I saw a guy walking down. We were leaving our house to get pastries, I think. And I saw a guy walking with his dog, and he had a mask on. And for a split second, I was concerned that the dog wasn't wearing a mask. Like, it was weird that I could see the dog's entire face. But it was only for, like, a split second. And then I realized how ridiculous that is.
Were you ashamed of yourself?
I just was confused. I guess I've been so indoctrinated by the mask wearing that I don't expect to see full faces anymore.
This is the hostile world we live in.
Yeah.
You see a dog. What are you doing? But where's your mask?
Who else saw a guy?
I saw a guy. Let me tell you about this guy I saw.
I saw a guy, it was a pretty old guy in the Acme parking lot, and he was selling little white bags out of the back of his truck for $1. They were mystery bags, but they were only $1.
That means his whole business is dependent on people walking up to him and being like, "What are in these bags?"
It's only $1.
Text us a movie and we'll say it. Text us a movie and we'll say it.
This is Text Us a Movie and We'll Say It, where you text us a movie and we say it live on the air. Our anonymous listener who vomited when her boyfriend told her that he loved her texted us Knives Out. This movie has an impressive ensemble cast, but it would have been better if Eddie Murphy played every character. Scott's good-for-nothing son of a bitch cousin texted us another movie.
3, 2, 1, go.
I Spit on Your Grave 3, Vengeance is Mine. This is a rape and revenge film. Why don't we take a listen?
You said you've got a T-Rex?
Uh-huh. Say again. We have a T-Rex. Wow.
Put your head between your knees.
Dr. Grant. My dear Dr. Sattler. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Nicolas Cage isn't in that movie, so I'm not really sure what the hell we're doing right now.
You know, when I heard the name, I Spit on Your Grave 3, Vengeance is Mine, I was like, I don't think I've seen that movie. But then after listening to that clip, I was like, wait, I've actually seen that movie so many times. I completely forgot what it was called.
It sounded like there was a Bigfoot crying at the end.
It
of
did
that
sound
clip.
like a Bigfoot.
You've got a Bigfoot? We have a Bigfoot. Say it again. We clocked the Bigfoot at 35 miles per hour.
Remember, if you want us to read a movie on the air, text it to us. You probably know us. For everything else, send us an email at themichaeljacobsmoment@gmail.com. Follow us on social media, subscribe, and keep on listening Monday mornings on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Googly Pods. Until next time.
Blah, blah.
Blah.
Until next pod.
Imagine a world where everybody has 2 dicks.
But wait, how many balls do they have?
Just 1 ball.
It's big though, right?
It is the biggest ball you've ever seen. Go to 2dicksoneball.com today and sign up for your free consultation. Together, we can change the world.